Let me go across to Anmol Bali. Anmol Bali is our correspondent. This young man was in Nuh at the time this violence was taking place. So those visuals which are playing on my screen right now, the ones that have gone viral all across social media, were shot by Anmol, who yesterday was chased by the mob. He had to take refuge in a police station because there were people outside stopping him. You've seen those clips as well. They're saying, band karo, camera. So Anmol actually did a great job continuing to shoot through all of that. So Anmol, the Haryana BJP leader says they were armed police personnel, that there was enough deployment on the ground. You were on the ground. Did you see adequate deployment of police personnel? How many police personnel were there? Were they at all armed?
Rahul, around 2 when the stone pelting started, I was there on the main medical chowk where the stone pelting started in between the two communities. As the BJP leader has claimed that there was full deployment of police, that was not on the ground. There were only 2 gypsies for around 1,000 to 1,500 people from both the communities. Those who have gone maverick, they were having stones, they were having axes, sticks in their hand, even guns were also seen. 5 to 6 air shots took place, but police was no there. There were only 2 gypsies which I have shown on the live television. Those 2 gypsies have also ran from the spot. There were around 1 dozen of policemen, police constables, but when the stone pelting started, they also ran away from the spot, and around after 3 to 4 hours, the police came, the police deployment and the paramilitary came, then the calm started in this town.
So what was happening in those 2 or 3 hours when these 2 gypsies went away? Raman Malik, please listen to what Anmol is saying. What happened in those 3 or 4 hours when these gypsies ran away from there?
Stone pelting was taking place from the both sides, from one side from the Hindutva groups and from the other side from the local people. And for the 3 hours there was no rule, law and order. The situation was so bad that people, those who were locals, have scared and they moved into their homes. I was in a shop. I took refuge in a shop, and what I saw from the terrace was terrible. The stone pelting was taking place. People were having sticks, axes, rods in their hand. They were beating each other. Even air fire also took place, Rahul.
Raman Malik, respond to this. This is our correspondent. He was on the ground capturing all of this on the camera. You had 2 gypsies for 1,500 protesters when you knew that the situation could get incendiary.
I do not accept that, because with this kind of a movement, even last year, there were over 100 people deployed. Now, where all were they? What was the traffic arrangement? What was those things? How and what was placed has to be looked into. I fully say that with full responsibility. I say that, but at the same time, we must understand when the kind of mob that had accumulated and that came forward to people, these people, the reaction that they did would be investigated later. But the point is that as per what was last year, the same number of police personnel were deployed, Rahul. And that's very honestly I'm saying. But how and what happened is a time when the investigation happened.
Okay,
right
let
now,
me put that question to Vikram Singh, who's been former Director General of Police in a state as big and complex as Uttar Pradesh. Raman Malik says last year we deployed the same number of policemen. This year also we deployed the same number of policemen, and therefore hum jo kar sakte the humne kiya. Do you buy that, or do you think that this is an epic lapse of security, a big mistake in terms of the law and order situation in the manner in which it was handled?
Rahul ji, good evening. I would say that it is an epic flaw on the part of the police arrangements. I am therefore to say I did not get any intelligence input. Every police station in the country has what is known as a Tyohar register, festival register, Sampradayak Gunda register, Sampradayak Suchna register, and the police station is equipped to handle all such situations. And the very fact that you had home guards lining up the road, it was not a matter to be relegated to home guards. RAF and commandos and the paramilitary forces should have run. There is advanced intelligence. I am sitting in Noida. I know fully well that Nuh is extremely sensitive and one of the hot spots, not in Haryana, but in the country, because it is also the hub and epicenter of cyber crime. Also, because of the ban on cow slaughter, there the tension is imminent and the straws were in the wind. What preemptive action has been taken? Mr. Raman Malik is my good friend. My advice would be, before any such agitation, please take pains to make preventive arrests, ensure 151 arrests, recovery of firearms, legal and illegal, confiscation of all explosives, search house to house of the rooftops, and this was perfectly doable. Rahulji, it is not rocket science. We have done this. Even a Chowki in charge intelligence, some inspector could have done it. And they are so to say, I did not get advanced intelligence. This is totally unacceptable. You are designed and programmed to work independently. And the very fact that you say that I didn't got the intelligence, the fact of the matter is, the basic ground reality is that you are sitting there. The deployment of the paramilitary force, first preventive arrest, rehearsal, peace committees, community outreach. There is so much of homework that is done before any such agitation. And yes, Manu Manesar is a persona non grata.
No, but he hasn't been arrested. I was speaking to somebody who told me he runs around, floats around Manesar just on a common basis after being accused of that horrific case in Rajasthan. Action should have been taken against him. He's roaming around Raman Malik in Manesar.
He should not have been fated by police officers.
The first, let's say, Rahul, the first report that came in, he was accused. Then in the charge sheet, his name was taken off. Later on, again, there were some alterations done. But the point is that the case is in Rajasthan, and the Rajasthan police has to come forward with whatever they want to do.
No, when he issued a video saying, "Oh wow, look at how he's speaking in that video," why didn't you take him into preventive custody?
There are a lot of other people talking, Rahul.
Sir, why didn't you take him into preventive custody?
Okay, Rahul, what are you going to say about people when they line up cylinders in the center of the road stating कि जो आएगा हम फाड़ देंगे, दूसरा CIA आए या कोई भी आपके गांव में आए, आपको कोई जरूरत नहीं है, आप उनके लाते तोड़ दें, हाथ तोड़ दें. This is the kind of statements being given